Hey everybody, it's another Comics Cast Let It Out show. And today we have a special guest. Well, actually, let me go ahead and say we have Ric back again, who's my special co-host. Just he's always special. We want to make sure that we recognize my special co-host here, Ric.
I was about to say. I was about to say how rude.
Oh, how rude! Okay.
That you don't think Pat Odonnell here is special.
Well,
I mean, what?
I'm not ready to go into our special guest, but I wanted to recognize my co-host here. But yes, the second part of it is our special guest artist here is Pat Odonnell. Pat, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
So, yeah,
Pat Odonnell, the most tech-savvy guy I've met.
Oh, really? Yeah. So this is I'm gonna deem this the international flavor episode because we got Ric coming out of Denmark and we got Pat. Where are you broadcasting out of? What?
UK.
The UK. So and then of course I'm representing America. So we got
America.
Yeah, America. Got to get her done. So, but anyway, I'm so pleased to have Pat on the show because Ric and I became really good friends on the Facebook group How to Draw Comics. Oh well, I like to think we're friends, but I think he just keeps me along for entertainment. He really doesn't think I'm a friend. But anyway, I like to think we're friends. But I also discovered the great and awesome talents of Pat Odonnell. Just super prolific. I mean, the guy is always putting up new art daily, and sometimes multiple times during the day. So I'm really happy that you're on our show. I get to meet the man or the mystery man behind all the artwork that's there on How to Draw Comics. So, Pat, tell us a little bit about yourself, and I'm going to isolate, some artwork that you sent to us. So please, just let us know a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, Death Philistone just said America.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm Pat. And I'm a cab driver by trade, and I do art as a hobby. I've been doing it for many. Look at that poo. I've been doing it for
many moons.
Yeah, many moons since I was a youngster, and yeah, that's basically it for me. I mean, I just draw a lot, and I used to paint a lot when I had money and I could afford oil paint and all that kind of stuff, but that was many years ago. So mostly it's just drawing now, pencil stuff, and I'm starting to utilize the iPhone for these kind of things, like inking up stuff quickly and coloring up stuff relatively quickly. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much me. I've never really worked in the industry like a lot of you guys have, but I just recently done a job, which is a storyboarding job for a Stephen King adaptation.
Whoa, Stephen King? That's new.
Yeah.
That
someone's a producer guy is pitching next week to some studios. So hopefully that might get me some further work. But if not, it's back to the cab as soon as that starts up again.
Okay, no problem.
Work on it.
Yeah, and I think that's I'm trying to mess around with the Zoom here because I really want to show our audience just the breadth of work here and how. I mean, you said that you did traditional, or actually you do traditional, but now you're exploring digital. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, not really so much exploring it. Well, yeah, I suppose I am a bit, but I really like using the phone for it. Although I can't really draw on the phone, I can sort of do quick sort of like that last one you just showed. I can do sort of quick drafts of it with digital thing, blacks, whites, and greys.
Right.
Or just some basic colours without actually having to do any drawing on there, which you'd need a stylus for. And I don't know, you digital guys know that better.
Right.
Ric knows all about that. He's digital.
Yeah, I did notice when some of your posts that you would put on How to Draw Comics, you would do traditional sketches, and then later on you'd put it on your phone and you would just mess around with whatever convenient app was there. And I was always impressed with the quality that you could get out of this. And I think are some of these that I'm showing, are these all digitally colored on your phone? Is that correct?
Yeah, all done on the phone. Yeah. I mean, the one you showed previously, the girl, that's one where, and this one here, the Deadpool, that's where
This
I
girl
attempted
right
to
here.
paint. Yeah, that's where I attempted to paint on the phone.
Right.
And it didn't. It doesn't really go that well, and it's sort of very long-winded. And
I will
it's
beg to differ. I think it went really well.
It's okay. It's a bit of a. It's more of a. Now for these ones, just the flat color. I just put in like blocks of flat color. Takes 5 minutes.
Yes.
The one above, like I'm sat there for hours zooming
That looks
in and
familiar.
out.
Yeah, this was the sequential SummerSlam.
Actual sequential pictures I actually got done before.
Yeah, and actually, you know, I was I have like maybe one of your early prototype pages that you did for sequential SummerSlam. So when I got this art from you, I was like, wow, where was this? I mean, how come you didn't submit this? But I guess maybe was that something that you worked on a little bit later on after the deadline, or?
No, this is as far as I got with it, and I never did the first panel because I couldn't work out, or I couldn't think of a good way to do it. So the first panel was I can't remember what the first panel was.
I think the first panel was just an establishing shot where they're just walking down the street.
A down shot.
Yeah, but right. But what I see here, I love the camera angles, and even though this is flats, it's, and you did this on your phone, that's just super impressive. It just shows how versatile you are and being able to generate this. So like you drew this on your phone as well, or was this also?
I drew it in pencil and put the pencil in there and went over with the ink tools on the app I use, which is called Sketch Club.
Okay, great.
I think my method for it is, or my thinking is, if you've got good blacks in the drawing, those should do enough to make it three-dimensional without having to do any half tones or sculpting, you know, in terms of painting. So if you've got a good black in there at the moment for the start, that shows where the light is, where the light isn't. Job done. That's the way I like to see it. Try and keep it really simple, because you can't really muck around on the phone and do, like I've said, like all this painting stuff takes ages.
Well, you know, I think that you've taken the limitations of doing, I think, really phenomenal artwork on a mobile device, a phone, and really milked it for all it's worth, because I think these look really great. Now transitioning, these are all kind of like mixed up. I noticed that your more recent posts, I don't know if this is for that Stephen King project that you're talking about.
This is one of them, yeah.
Oh, it is. Because it's like, these are like, I don't know what the story is, but I'm looking at your storyboards and I can see it like just in my head. It's like I'm filling in the blanks because your storyboard illustrations look so good.
That's very good. That's very, very nice to hear, because I've never done it before, and I was wondering whether it was looking right, or whether I was doing the right thing or not. And having a look at other sort of pro storyboarders,
right?
They tend to do a lot sort of more rougher sketches, which is what I started doing. And then the people that wanted this said, yeah, we need it a bit cleaner than that. And then I got sort of locked into doing it like this, which is sort of a compromise between doing a sort of very explanatory sketch and something which was also clean enough to have an impact, you know, further than that.
Right.
So the whole thing was a bit of a compromise, but it was the first time I'd done it. So I think next time I'll probably, if I get another one ever, I'll probably do it.
I think
different to that.
Yeah, I like I said, I think it tells a story. I wish that I put these a little bit in sequential order so I could have like isolated just the.
I love the Iron Man, the Captain America. Sorry, not the Iron Man.
Yeah, this Captain America one is. This is one of the pieces that I remember vividly when you said, "Oh, I'm just experimenting with color on my phone," and you were like telling how it was a caricature, of course, of Captain America, but you nailed this too. You have this photorealistic style, you have this positive negative storyboard style, you have this colored caricature style. I mean, it's just like I said, very versatile in terms of all the types of art that you can do.
I think that's a lot of just, yeah, like you said, trying to make the most out of what you got at the time. So if you got a pen and ink, like Joe was doing the other day, drawing his pen and ink sketches.
Yeah.
I saw them and I thought, yeah, I'll have a crack on them, because I think there's a lot you can do with very basic things and just a little bit of you know, a little bit extra, you know, or just a little twist to it.
Yeah, that also showed how
I mean,
fast you worked on that, because we just did that little sketch jam on Friday, and I think on Saturday I was like seeing you had done some you were playing with some inks, and then you actually added some colors, I think, today.
Yes.
So that shows you just how fast that you are too, in terms of just being able to capture you know.
But with the understanding that I'm by no means an inker, and I just try and do stuff that.
Wait, what?
I know. Says the guy that inked this in front. I mean, I'm looking at this, and it's Ash. You know, from the Dead Army of Darkness. Your inking is great. It's phenomenal. I mean, look at that hatch work, and you captured the likeness, and this underlighting where it's coming from below, and it's just, you know, it's further exaggerating that brow and adding more drama to it. So like when you did this, was there a photo reference, or was this all from your head? Or
so I've always been hugely into that movie. The second one, or the first one, and the second one, and the third one, but
and the TV show,
and the comics, and just Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell definitely makes it. I mean, that line was like yeah, give me some sugar, baby. I just remember that line. It's like that, and like I guess we want to keep it PG here, but I remember that one line too. What he's like, "Oh man, that's just what we call pillow talk, baby." I mean, it was just Bruce Campbell is just really, yeah, he's definitely he embraced that role, and I can't see anybody else doing it. And even though, and since he and like I said, you captured his likeness completely, and the guy who says he doesn't like inking, very, very, you know.
Well, it's not that I don't like it. It's just I'm not really good at it. I mean, compared to people who do it professionally and have that steady hand and the ability to make thin to thick lines that go in sequence, and they're all perfectly great. I can't do that. Maybe I could, but I'd have a lot of practice, and I just don't have the time for that. So,
well,
the inking is sort of again a compromise to sort of look like it's inked, but also it's just a bit of a mess as well, and as fast as I can do it to get done.
Well, speaking from somebody whose style is pretty much messy and wonky and scribbly and whatever, I think that
you just have to push me on that every time. You have to change.
But I embrace it. I'm embracing it now, and I think, Pat, your style of inking, I guess you can say that, yeah, if you measure it to, you know, against some of the more popular inkers and inking styles, I guess, yeah, it's going to be different. But I think that that's something that's unique about looking at your art, Pat, is that the inking style is uniquely your own. And I say, keep on doing it. Do it the way that you see it. You know, I think that's what I thought.
That's what I thought, because I think a lot of the sort of pencilers like Buscema and that, who ink their own work, sometimes they weren't the best inkers. I mean, they're great pencilers, but you know, when I see John Buscema ink over John Buscema pencil, I know what he means. You know, I know what he's saying. I know what his marks mean. I know why he's done it. If they're not the most refined marks, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
So I do. I don't want to offend anybody here, but I think sometimes inking as a thing is a little bit too revered in what it can do for the drawing, although it can do a lot for the drawing.
Right. Well, I think inking is an art unto itself. I think you know, people will say, "Oh, it's just tracing," but no, if you really look at the pencils underneath, and then see the inking, but you're right. A good inker will complement the artist and still have their own identity as well. And the good thing about when you ink your own work, you, I guess, are seeing it the way that you would. You know, or you're actually inking it the way that you see it in your head, versus having another inker interpret it. And I was just looking at this piece in general, and this, what I like about this throwback in terms of, like, I remember this type of hatching. It's almost like a 50s, 60s hatching style that I don't really see too often.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of illustrative things you can do and bring into comic work from the past, because there's so much you can do with a pen. You can do line. You can make texture by doing funny little lines, and you can make you know, shiny surfaces if you want. and you don't have to go mad with it. You don't have to be super rendering everything. You just maybe need a couple of things to say.
Yeah, I think that's the true trick is that you don't need to have like tons of lines, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this piece too. This is so there's like several different things in this composition here, but yeah, well, this is another thing that I noticed about your artwork. I think that a lot of me included, a lot of people that post on How to Draw Comics and just post their artwork, we're used to drawing heroic, very idealized forms of of people. And what I love about your artwork too is that you draw real people, all shapes and sizes, and you have your own. I think this is a good example too. This piece right here, I just drawn to it. I mean, look at the personality and the attitude that you see in these. You can almost envision what they're saying. It's like there's a narrative quality that you don't even have to put words. You can really you can see character and attitude without even hearing what they're saying or a word balloon. So I really appreciate that aspect. And that shows the diversity in work as well, is that you're not just doing idealized forms or heroes, the hero archetype, body style.
Well, there's definitely there's definitely an art to that as well, and it's not something I'm brilliant at simplifying anatomy. I'm not very good at anatomy generally. I tend to go for the simplest way to describe it,
right?
Which is why comics are great for me. With that, if I wanted to draw good anatomy, otherwise I'd need a model and sit in front of them for 5 hours or whatever. But to make something up.
Yeah, look at this. This is like a comic. This is realism. I mean, it's just, and you're doing it with you see a lot of texture in your shadows, and even the style right here, where the form of the hair is. It's just, I mean, it's like your strokes aren't. They're very deliberate, and I appreciate that. I mean, it's very intentional with every stroke that you're doing, and I get a retro vibe from it, but I get a modern vibe from it as well.
Joe Tolliver wants to buy your sketchbook, Pat.
Yes.
You
should definitely put that together.
You can have it for free.
No.
What? No.
No, do crowdfunding. People would line up to like buy. You call these doodles? Sure, I guess they are. But I think if you collected these things together, I think there'd be a line out the door waiting to buy Pat Odonnell's sketchbook. I think definitely. Yes, definitely consider it. I like here. This is all flat colors, but it works. It works. I mean, I can almost see. Yeah.
It still catches the form and makes it look more 3D than 2D, which is amazing from just the flats. And she's obviously nothing about flat, so it really works.
Exactly.
Yeah, it can work. It can work to do. I think overlap is overlooked with a lot of younger guys who are just starting out. Line weights are also overlooked. I mean, yes. I'm no expert on them, but I think you can say a lot about the form just with the line and how well you overlap your forms.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take lessons from you.
No, I mean, you know as well as I do. You got. Well, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of anatomy, so for me, anatomy is that basic thing you learn at first. You put a cylinder on a block.
Yeah.
And you got to join them up.
Right.
That's about as far as my anatomy goes. All that Wolverine, all that musculature is just made up bumps. You know what I mean? But bumps in perspective.
It's successful. And for somebody, again, I'm going to say, for somebody who hates anatomy, look at this.
You look at it closely, you'd say, no one's got that
anatomy. Did you stand model on for yourself on the other one on top there?
The face, yeah.
No, that
You're
one.
Saying he modeled himself.
Yeah.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Wolverine. This is definitely Pat physique. This is Pat's physique right here.
Okay. Now you're being too kind, Jerel. I was more. I could easily see Pat in high heels.
Oh, so you're saying he used this as a model a photo. He took a photo of himself and from the back. I mean, that's talent. right there, and then was able to capture himself in this pose.
And now
Pat-
I can't get. And now I'll never get that. Now I'll never get that picture out of my head. Sometimes I hate myself for doing stuff like that.
Right.
I'll send you some later, Rick. Some nudes.
Oh yeah.
All right. You can do a when you do your sketchbook, you can have the naughty version. That'll be like an alternate one here. So, but yeah, we have here. We have a comment. I would look fantastic in those outfits. Maybe we have a potential model for you, Pat. Maybe we can put you in contact with him.
Funny story. He's been around on other podcasts and live stream for a long time. I know him from YouTube. He's stating that he will bet that no one can pronounce his name properly.
Is it
how?
I don't even. Is it how? Zhao? I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think it's João Paulo.
João Paulo. Oh,
that's how I'll say it. I'm
very
not
poetic.
sure.
Has a very poetic sound to it. But here, I like this particular drawing that you did here, Pat, of Wolverine and Deadpool. And we were talking about just using few lines to describe a form, and you know, this is flat colors, very minimal line work. And I'm from in my graphic design, experience, it's like less is more, and and it doesn't actually translate to my artwork. But when I see this is less is more. This is you using a very minimal amount of line and even color, but it communicates. You instantly recognize these characters are, and not even just that's Hugh Jackman. It's not just a Wolverine, it's the Hugh Jackman Wolverine. So
also another thing is how simply you made it look with Deadpool, that his suit isn't skin tight, but it's actually clothing.
Right.
It's not a skin tight suit that he can barely move in, and you made that look so simple and so good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you, Rick.
Also, to just quickly go back with the name thing, I was almost perfect.
Almost perfect. All right. So that means we have to get Paulo. I'm not going to even try and go with your first name. And Pat, you guys got to get together, and you'll do a video cast where you can pronounce your name correctly, and you can model for Pat, and Pat can do a live drawing.
But draw him like one of your friend's girls, Pat.
Wow, and we just happen to come up on this illustration here. And
speaking of wow,
yeah, I just can't get over the diversity of your style. I mean, it's just it's like these could be done by different artists, but it's all Pat, and yet there's still a style. I mean, a signature that's still evident in this. So I'm just so impressed with it.
That's what I'm most impressed of, is not that he can do all those styles, but he can do them, but still make it look like it's him all the way through.
Exactly. That's a good way.
That's the most impressive thing. I mean, I've seen many artists do a lot of different styles, but being able to do that and also make people know that, hey, it's the same artist. That's the special thing about Pat.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. But yet, I encourage you to check out Pat's Facebook page, and also if you go to the How to Draw Comics Facebook group, just do a search for his name, and you'll just be so impressed. I mean, a lot of these pieces are there, but there's ones that I have never seen. So it's really nice to see extra stuff. I feel like I'm on the inside now, and I get to see more of the things that weren't on there originally. So thank you for telling us a little bit about yourself. And right now, I guess we're gonna just jump into some of the live drawing, and let me blow this up a little bit. So
don't blow things up on camera, Jerel. Oh my God, what the?
Sometimes I think that this being an international show, I don't know when I use words like
I just like exaggerating what people are saying.
Yeah, so you really and that's part of Rick's charm. He adds that little bit of exaggeration there to it. So, but anyway, I wanted to. This is a perfect segue into our live drawing portion of Let It Out. This is Pat's original character, and I'm going to let him tell us a little bit about her, and then we can start drawing. And this is one thing that we learned from the last show is that Rick is very time sensitive. So he really wants to make sure that we're on track in terms
Hey,
of
my boss told me to be time sensitive.
time sensitive. He probably just told you to be very sensitive because you're just a brutal.
You're my boss, Jerel, so you should remember what you were telling me.
I'm not your boss. You're my peer. Yeah, we're.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I told myself to be time sensitive then.
Okay. It's just, you want to get in touch with your sensitive side. That's what it is, and it just happens to be time. But anyway, let's get back on subject. So Pat, as I think
you two should do a show together.
Yeah, right, exactly. So Rick, let us know what the time limit is for this first live drawing. How long are we going to have to do our own?
Well, seeing I know how fast Pat is.
Oh,
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I'll be nice and see 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay, we're going to start with 15 minutes. And Pat, I know that we're gonna since you're so fast, I'm gonna see how well you are at multitasking. You can tell us a little bit about your character. Let us know who she is, and we'll start drawing her. And 15 minutes starts now.
Okay, so this is the girl. She's from a comic that somebody wrote that I'm supposed to be doing I'm supposed to be drawing, but I haven't got around to it yet. So I just got around to designing her look, and she's it turns out she the story is she wakes up, she doesn't know who she is, and then she finds out what she is, and I won't spoil the story, but basically she's like a badass girl who's got 2 guns, and I made her Asian initially, or tried to make her Asian, then realised I couldn't.
What was the reason why you couldn't make her Asian?
Well, it's not that I couldn't make it, not that I couldn't do it. It's my drawing of all my faces tend to come out looking Caucasian unless I've got a model, and I didn't want to use a model for this because I wanted to make it up entirely. If you see what I mean. So
Jerel is Asian.
Huh?
Jerel is Asian.
I know. Well, I think that
you can just use him.
But Jerel, do you find that when you draw people, they all look Asian?
I understand the trap that you're talking about. You get used to drawing a certain way, and suddenly, but I don't see you having that problem though, because we just went through all your artwork and talk about diversity and style, and you see like all sorts of body types. I think that if you decided to do Asian, I think you probably could pull that off. I don't think you would have that problem at all.
Yeah, well, without trying to offend anyone as well, because I remember when we did the that first comics SummerSlam, or the first what was it?
Sequential SummerSlam.
It had the I forget what his name, Miles, the guy, and he's
Miles Morales, yes.
Yeah, and he's African American, and sorry, just bear with me 1 second. Get the gravy out.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He's actually African American, and I think he's Puerto Rican, or he has a Hispanic background as well. Yeah. So that was a challenge to kind of like find a balance in terms of depicting him and his multi-ethnic background.
Yeah, and so also to that, I think we worry too much about the way it looks, sometimes. And we could all benefit from sort of simplifying things a bit and not being so worried about, if it looks exactly right. I mean, I had enough trouble sort of making an African American face, let alone a one who's, what did you say, he's got Latino roots as well.
Right. Yes.
People were looking at my sketch and saying, yeah, but you should have high cheekbones and this and what have you. And I was thinking, Jesus, it's only it's like a comic book character. He looks kind of like a black guy, surely.
Yeah, well, I think
anyway,
kind of sensitive about like that. But I think as long as you hit those beats in terms of like features, I think that you can definitely pull it off. Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, without trying to do any sort of stereotypical things. Try and make her Asian. It's also difficult to make sort of an Asian looking woman because all my girls have enormous breasts and hips,
Mm-hmm.
and that's generally not the trait of the more petite Asian lady, I think. Costume design wise, I was all thinking about how easily I could draw it in black and white. So I wanted some black costume with white stuff on it. So she's got white gloves, white boots, and a white sort of lining down the front of her costume, just go down to each leg. Across the holster, there's sort of thigh holster holders, and then go down to the boots. So I was trying to like have a good design to it.
So is she like
is
is she kind of like a secret agent, or is there some?
Yeah, that kind of thing. And she's been what's the word? She's been enhanced in some respect.
And like she's cybernetic, or she has
No, Jerel, she got a boob job.
I knew that was like a pass that I was going to throw up and see if Rick was going to catch it. And just on cue, Rick caught it and he ran away with it all the way to the goal line. So that's
Sorry, Pat, you were saying.
Yes, go ahead.
I've forgotten what I was saying. I was too.
She's enhanced with how?
Yes, how is she?
Like like how Captain America is, like that kind of thing. Not mechanically, but some kind of serum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Is she American? Is she British? Is she?
Well, I'm not entirely sure because I haven't got that far into the comic.
Okay.
I know at the moment because the story in the comic it's got about 4 different starts to it, and so a load of characters are introduced in the first sort of 10 pages or so, which is why I stopped doing it because I got really sort of frustrated with it, and I have to get back to it at some stage because I really like the design of the character that I did, and yeah.
So this
Sorry, I forgot what I was saying.
Is this character? I know you're doing the character design itself. You said you're working with a writer that actually came up.
Yeah.
With it? Okay. So he or she approached you to design the character, or did you come up with the look?
We did a comic first, which was terrible, which I had no idea what I was doing. And then he said, "Well, let's do another one." So I said, "All right, yeah." And to be honest, at the time, I couldn't put any time into it because I was, trying to support the family and I had to work. Mm-hmm. And this was for free, this whole thing that I said. So I'd like to get back to doing it, but I don't know. I should really do it now because as soon as I finish this thingammy job, this storyboarding job, I'm going to get back into it.
Yeah, speaking of that storyboard project, I know we'll go back to this character, but I remember reading how many storyboard scenes are you doing for that particular one? It was.
Well, they said it was 100 drawings. It's ballooned to way above that. It's about 215 so far.
215. That's quite a.
And I thought. I don't know what it's like for most storyboard guys. I suppose that's about the amount you have to do, but I think the guy who said it, he said, yeah, it'd be about 100 drawings, and I looked at it and I thought, yeah, you're probably about right, and I said, yeah, I'll do that in a week, and it's now 3 weeks later, and I'm only just finishing it, so I was lacking the experience, I think.
Well, I think maybe he was just telling you, oh, it's going to be just 100, and knowing that it's going to balloon.
Maybe. No, he's a genuine guy. I just don't think he realised. And I sort of made a rod for my own back by starting to do it sort of more rendered than it might have been, if you know what I mean.
Well, I think that
5 minutes.
What? 5 minutes? Are you kidding me?
No. I'm looking at the timer, guys.
I am too slow. I was listening to Pat and totally getting it.
How long have we got on this bad boy?
5 minutes.
He said 5 minutes. I'm like, what?
Is that all we got?
Yes.
Jesus. Better get inking this bad boy. Made a mistake already.
I did see your character design, and I must admit, my first thought was that she was a shield agent with in her uniform, really.
Oh, so what you're saying basically is I've nicked the entire.
No, hey, I'm saying you got that special agent uniform, correct? At least.
Yeah.
And
that's something anyway.
And you know what, Pat? Even though we have this time constraint that Rick is making us painfully aware of, we're going to get as far as we can in the time that we have, and then you're going to have the opportunity to polish this up, which I'm sure that even in its whatever raw state that it's in, it's going to look phenomenal. But and then you can send us the final art later on in the week, and then we'll post that on Instagram and Facebook and give it to you as well, so you can share it. Share all the drawings, so definitely don't give in to Rick's pressure.
Rick, he's all pressure, that bloke, isn't he?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't want to be the only one that's under pressure.
All right, there's plenty of pressure to share around, right?
Yeah.
But I do like this this costume design. So what else can you reveal about her without like giving away everything? Is there other details you can share with us?
Well, she's obviously awesome at martial arts. Why is everyone awesome at martial arts?
Because I'm not awesome at martial arts. I think Rick is. He's very good at martial arts.
Because that's. I thought every Asian was good at martial arts.
No.
No.
I'm just a disappointment, I think. And you know what? Here's another surprise for you.
Disappointment to your people.
Yeah, I know. And here's another eye opener, Rick. I don't do math very well.
I know that. I knew that.
Oh, you knew that? How did you know that? We
can easily say that you're not actually an Asian. You're more like a Bichian. Anyways, you got 2 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes.
And I must say, Pat is already on inks. Jerel.
I know. I knew he would be. I'm just keeping it to my style and my time
you're speeding it up as well, Jerel, I must say.
Well, I learned from the last show that Rick likes to watch me squirm. He'll like purposely say that there'll be maybe 10 minutes left, and he'll say 2 minutes, Jerel, just so he can see me start like drawing frantically to get it done.
Hey, I'm all about entertaining the viewers, okay?
All right.
And the viewers want to see people squirm.
That's it. That is exactly it. So they don't want to see the art. They just want to see people squirm.
Oh, no, they want to see Pat's art for sure.
Oh, and you know what, Pat? I'm going to make her look a little Asian.
Yeah, I'd like to know how.
So that way we can maybe see the alternate version. Now that you told me that she was supposed to be originally.
Okay, you know what, Pat? I can see you need a little more, so I'll give you like 1 more minute. How about that?
You're gonna give him 1 more minute, but you're not gonna give me another minute?
I mean, you can follow along with that minute if you think it's gonna help you.
So here we got Rick saying that no matter amount of time that I get, it's not gonna help me. It's just I'm hopeless.
No, that's not what I said. But you know what? I'm not even gonna correct you. I mean, you know I like your art.
It just takes me longer. I just need to I need to work on my speed. So
the thing about speed, a lot of the reason I'm fast is because a long time ago I started realizing that I didn't really care how it came out. I just enjoy the drawing
process.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You know, I need to think like Pat.
Jerel. For you in particular, you need to think about how it looks.
I need to think how it looks. So
Yeah.
I failed already because of how it looked. It doesn't matter.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Okay, so
What?
I'm gonna have to
Sorry.
say that this will be a
I
post-production.
think Jerel is breaking his pen.
Oh, that the timer has expired.
That was my kazoo timer. Pens down.
All right, look at that. I this is the first time I've looked up and I saw Pat's art. Pat, you want to like turn it around so our audience can see it right side up?
Yeah, it went really badly.
Let's check. I thought you were starting to break your pen on purpose there in the end, Pat.
That looks
Oh, I
great.
was just getting the ink out.
I know.
Yeah.
Look at that. He's already doing inks, and this is an example of less is more. He's gotten fewer strokes, yet it's more complete and it tells more of a story. I like it. Love it. Excellent work.
And
I'm
then
going to sign up for Pat classes after this.
Yeah, you need to start to do classes on Skillshare, Pat, or something.
All right, so let me put this down a little. Now,
I know you did a drawing at holding a gun. You've gone one up. That's one up.
That's a gun. That's a gun. Oh, okay.
Jeez. I'm getting all right, I'm getting the full wrath of Rick here, but yeah, this is where I was going with it. Still very rough, but I think I got like her attitude in a pose, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
And
that's
we'll see what
she is.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'll have to do a lot of post work on this to.
You did really. You did good, both of you actually.
Oh, so
we're gonna stick it onto the digital, Rick, and clean it all up.
Yes.
It up.
There's a lot of work that I need to do. So by the time this actually gets posted on Facebook and our Instagram page, I'm gonna get I want to ink just because I'm seeing what Pat's doing and it's like the new.
Hey, Jason Fowler should also inspire you from last time. He's also a quick inker.
Yes, I found out that I'm the slowpoke when it comes to drawing with all of our guests.
You first found out now. Okay.
Well, seriously, I mean, we both put something down really fast. I think that's something.
Yeah. For sure.
He's missing from a lot of starter guys because they're too worried about it looking good. You just got to make a drawing. You've got to make that drawing.
Listen, but I may take the piss on Jerel a lot, but that's part of my job here. But I've told him time and time again that he is much better than he gives himself credit for. Not everybody can make something like that in 15 minutes.
No.
Yeah,
that pencil job there, you could sell that. People would buy that because it was still good enough to look. You could see what it was. To do that in 15 minutes, I say that's good. It wasn't messy in the way that you couldn't see it. It had that normal messiness that is part of your style, and it's good.
So that means that makes me feel better. I won't have to go home or sleep and cry on my pillow tonight because Rick is
just you wait. We'll change that.
Oh yes, actually, this is the fun part of it. And you know what? We forgot to mention anybody that's audience. We encourage you to draw along. So now,
especially this part.
So if anybody in our audience wants to draw Pat's character, and you saw me struggle with it, but if you'd like to do that, please do that, and at the end of the show, we'll just send it to our general chat stream, and we'll feature it and we'll profile it. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask Pat personally, we encourage that as well. Put it in the chat, or if you want to save it to the end, we'll put out the link, and you're more than welcome. If you got a webcam, you can ask questions of Pat about his unique style. So this is the highlight, I think, of this show, where we have Rick, who gives us a nice little challenge where he tries to stump us, and I don't know what it's going to be, Pat. I have no inside knowledge, and he gave kind of like
you say that.
I do.
I gave an easy one last time. I gave an easy one last time, but in honor of it's Pat being the guest, I think I got something good today.
Oh, he specially came up with one for you, Pat. So let's.
Okay. So let's start with you, Jerel, because I actually want a different one from each of you.
You want two different ones?
Jerel, Jerel, do you want the easy, the medium, or the hard?
Oh, I get to choose, but see, it's relative because what I might think is easy might be difficult for you. So
Yeah, you can try and talk your way out of it, Jerel. What do you want?
I'm still wrapping my head about this curveball. We're supposed to be. I thought we were going to be drawing the same thing, and now you're telling us we're going to be drawing two different things. So this is a intriguing
Who
challenge.
makes the rules, Jerel?
Yes, you make the rules. You make the rules. I'm so sorry. All right, I will go with. I'm going to go with the middle. I'm going to go with medium. So give me
Okay.
medium.
Back in the day, there was a show. There was a comic from Marvel called Kung Fu Magazine.
Kung Fu Magazine. Okay.
Where the main hero was called Shang-Chi.
Okay.
I want you to draw the cat from Shang-Chi.
I was like, I got this. I know who Shang-Chi is, and you want me to draw the cat?
I think Pat knows who that is, right?
There's a cat in.
Oh. There's a cat. There's the cat in Shang-Chi. He's male. He's a fighter, and he has a cat somewhere on his body.
Oh wait, he is a cat, or the character? I don't.
No.
Okay, wait.
The character is male.
Oh, okay.
And he has a cat somewhere on his body.
Okay.
And he's called the cat.
Oh, he's called the cat. I thought you were saying that Shang-Chi had
no,
a pet.
No.
And he had a pet cat, and he was in the comic book, and I was like, I totally didn't see that. Was that like hidden in the like one of the?
Shang-Chi got an enemy fighter that's called the cat.
Okay.
And he fights kind of like one in his martial arts ways, and somewhere on his body there's a cat.
What, a tattoo of a cat?
Maybe.
Possibly.
That's up to Jerel to figure out.
Cat's head coming out of his body.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. So I'm gonna to be fair, I'm not gonna start drawing until you give his description.
I also want the timer to be proper. Easy, medium, or hard, Pat.
I'll go medium as well, or easy.
The Swedish version of the Phantom.
What?
The Phantom. The Swedish version of the Phantom.
There's a Swedish version.
The Swedish version of the Phantom. The old school comic book, the Phantom. The Swedish version of him.
Okay.
You do remember the Phantom, right? From the old school.
Was like he was a 1950s trilby guy with who couldn't die or something, wasn't he? No.
And he had a special ring. He has a special ring with a skull on it. I'm not.
Billy Zane. I got it.
Okay.
But he's Swedish.
No, it's the Swedish version. Let's see if he does need to catch the Swedish version, but there's a special reason why it's a different version.
Swedish.
Let's see if he catches it. I also think.
Did he like shop exclusively at IKEA or something?
No, it's the same. It's the same version in Australia. Come to think of it.
Because there's a lot of commonality between.
And the clock has started because Jerel tries to cheat.
Oh, I thought you told me to go ahead and start.
No, I said wait.
Right. It doesn't matter. Pat is much more fast anyway. He'll have colors and inks done, but before I get pencils done. So
he's got a mask.
Thank you, Sao Paulo. Yeah, that was a curveball, or 2, or 3.
That wasn't a curved ball. That was like a curved meteorite. It's like
he has a gun. I know he's got a gun.
Yeah.
Damn you, Rick.
And he picked that was the medium. So
both of yours was medium. Aren't you glad you said it didn't say hard?
Okay, well, since we've already established what the medium was, go ahead and give us an idea of what the hard version is, since we're not even drawing
I didn't have any hard ones because I knew you didn't want to pick them. I knew you weren't picking them. I had easy. That would be the one would be Kung Fu Manchu, the big dragon.
Right.
Marvel dragon. And the other one would be TV movie Riddler from the old Batman Robin.
Here, I thought you made me. You decided to give me the Asian character because we had established that I'm not Asian, and
exactly. That's why I also wanted you to give you the Asian dragon. Had you said easy?
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah,
Right,
I can already see the resemblances in Pat's. Let's go and see Jerel how he goes with the cat.
Still working on it. Still working on it.
He's got cat ears.
Yeah, that's the.
And see, this is why I like giving so little hints, because it makes for good content what you come up with. It tests your creativity.
Uh-huh. So tell me, how much time do we have so I can at least start knowing when I need to be more frantic?
Oh, I forgot to take time. You got 20 minutes.
Okay, starting now.
You got 20 minutes from now. Yeah.
A little bit more time.
Yeah, I gave a little more time in this one last time as well, if you remember.
You did.
I need to be fair.
How do you draw a gun?
Where's my eraser?
Yeah, we are Europeans, so how do you draw a gun, please?
Yeah, we don't know about.
Hey,
we don't have them hanging on our walls for reference.
If you were in America, you'd have there'd be a gun for every member of the household, because that's the way we roll.
Times 5.
Yeah, even
your pets.
Yes, even our Shang-Chi's cat would have a gun.
This is so beautifully wrong, Jerel. You have no idea. I love it. I love it, though. I love it.
Beautifully wrong. Okay, so
yeah,
let's go ahead and start darkening these lines, so I can since I know that I'm wrong already, I'm just going to go all in on wrong. How about that?
I mean, you can always be more wrong.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going all in. I'm taking it to another level.
Mine's got Swedish meatballs. There you go.
I learned a little bit about how Rick sees Swedish people, or the Swedes.
I don't see them at all. I'd rather not see them.
They're your brothers, aren't they?
Yeah.
What? No, we are mortal enemies. It's like England. It's like Britain. It's like Britain and Scotland.
Oh
God.
Oh God. Yeah.
Now Pat has some common. He has a point that he can use as a point of reference in terms of how much love that Rick has for his fellow Swedes. So
he can relate. My fellow Swedes, I'm Danish. You
all look the same to us, mate. That's it.
I was just seeing if you would catch that. And you did. And now, so anyway, so tell us.
I'm leaving.
So tell us a little bit more about these characters. That can you give us any more details? So
well, I can give you a little story about the cat, also known as Shen Kui, if you want to.
Doesn't really help, but I'm already, like I said, I'm going all in on this look. So
Shen Kui was a material artist who worked as a spy based in Hong Kong, first for communist China, later as a freelancer. His martial skills and grace earned him the nickname of the Cat. A British agent named Juliet fell in love with him. When Sir Dennis Smith asked Xiangxi to investigate Cat, Juliet, and some documents, and they started fighting, and the Cat started fighting Xiangxi over the love of Juliet, and it's basically just a love story between those two, and then they become friends because Juliet turns out to betray both of them, and they become friends. It's basically a really weird Marvel-esque version of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, you're right. It's not going to change the way that I went, but nope. Knowing that he is his character has been damaged because he was betrayed. but he became friends with his competition. So I guess that was a good ending to that story in terms of Shang-Chi and the cat.
Yeah. It's always good with a good ending, with a nice ending of a story. That's true.
How much time we got, Rick?
You got 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
What? It goes so fast.
Yeah.
Hello, son.
What are you drawing?
This is the Phantom.
What's a phantom?
Well, good question. What's the Swedish Phantom is what you should be asking.
Yeah.
But can you get out?
Pat, I can give you a hint if you can answer me this question. What is the color of the Phantom that you know?
The color.
Purple.
Yep.
Purple or green?
Purple and green?
Purple or green? I can't remember.
No, purple is right. The Swedish, and I also think it's the Australian, at least Australian versions as well. I'm not sure, but the Swedish version is blue and not purple.
So why did the Swedes decide to make him purple? I mean blue.
I'm not sure if it was the Swedes, but it was just basically the only place I knew when I grew up that, hey, why is he blue over there? Right?
Right.
I'm sure he's blue other places as well, but why I call it the Swedish Phantom was because that's where I first saw him as being blue. So that was the curveball.
All right. So what are we looking at on time there, Rick?
Oh, maybe you should just enjoy that. I'm not.
Well,
because I love seeing what you're doing with the cat here.
Even though it's completely wrong.
I mean, that's what makes it funny.
Exactly.
And Pat just started with inks, and we
just started with inks. Okay.
And we have 3 minutes to go.
I'm not even gonna look.
He is brave.
This is going terribly.
Terribly good. Am I right? No?
Yeah.
Okay. There's just a ton of these low-res images on Google on these characters only. There's no really big ones.
So how long did it take you to find these obscure characters to challenge us with?
I just did. I just came up with it just now.
Nothing like being spontaneous, right?
No, I came up with it like when I was talking with Pat, and I could hear that he had knowledge from the old days of comics as well. I was like, yeah, that's where we're going with this then.
I see.
Is that because I'm old?
So time is about up. I can't hear you, Pat. Sorry, but.
So Rick is an ageist. He has something against old people.
He doesn't like us,
no. I don't have anything. Some of my best friends are old people.
Like your best friends know. Right?
Yeah. Some of my best friends have an age.
Have an age?
Yeah.
I'm actually really excited to see how far I am off from the original character when you share that with us.
I want to see your face when I show it.
Okay.
You know, when artists are struggling when they start snarling. So you are aware now, Jerel, that because I love your stuff so much that I'm looking at here because it's so wrong. From now on, I will do my absolute finest to give you something that's
gonna stump me.
yeah.
Right? Okay.
Exactly.
That's part of the challenge.
Wait. 10, 9.
What? You never
8,
usually give me a second's notice.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hold down. I'm gonna hear that noise in my head. The kazoo is gonna be my trauma. It's gonna be like Pavlov's dog. I'm gonna hear
You were
that.
the one that asked me to bring my kazoo, so I did.
True. Rick and his kazoo, all my fault.
All right, Pat. I'll start with you first. How do you feel? How do you feel about this?
How do I feel?
Yeah. Scale of 1 to 10. Scale of 1 to 10. How close were you?
I feel like I might have got the mask and the meatballs, but about that.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
All right. I'll just share screen here for a second.
Okay. Drum roll, please. Let's see how close Pat is to the Swedish version. Wait, he looks like the American.
Oh, yeah,
He looks like the American version.
This is the American version.
Oh, okay. All right.
The Swedish version is just the same, but blue.
blue.
Yeah. As I said, it's the same character, just blue.
Just blue.
Yeah.
You know what happened? It was probably being printed in Sweden, and they ran out of like the color screen to make him purple, and they said, you know what, just keep him blue.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just leave it like it is.
Purple is too expensive, guys.
Yes, purple is too expensive. But Pat, killer. I love it. I like where you're going with it. So please continue with it, and when you add your flat colors to it, make them purple. So you can you can thumb your nose at the Swedish version.
So I like the curveball that I gave you by making you think that he was really different than the normal one by calling him Swedish, and all that's different is he got a blue suit instead. Now
wait, I want to see what's in his other hand. I don't know if it's kind of blurred out on me. What's in his other hand?
It's the ball of meatballs.
Oh, Swedish meatballs.
Yeah.
I get it. Oh, love it. You even added some humor into it there too. Swedish meatballs and a gun. That's the way. That's how you roll. Perfect. That's how you roll. Gotta have the Swedish meatballs in one hand. All right. So this is where Rick gets to revel in my completely missing the mark. Let me. So this is the cat.
Yeah.
Who fought for the affections of. What's her name? I don't know.
Juliet.
Yeah, and with Shang-Chi. So, where did I go wrong?
Everywhere you went wrong. This on the right side, that's the cat.
It's a tattoo. I knew it'd be a tattoo.
So I should have listened to Pat, because Pat said cat tattoo, and
it's basically just a really ripped guy with a cat tattoo. That's what it is. So that's what. So I must say, yours is way more creative.
Oh, okay. You know, I was gonna give him cat paws too, and now
he just seems like he's gonna scratch you, like meow, meow.
With those sound effects, he makes those noises instead of the Bruce Lee, like whoa, it's like wow. All right, so if we ever do a cat animated movie, I want Rick to do all the sound effects when he's fighting, because that would totally intimidate anybody who's wanting to fight.
I completely agree.
Right. So one more time.
Hang on, I just want to see it again.
Oh wait, if you're gonna see it, if we're gonna isolate it, put in the sound effects. Come on. So. All right. I think we could end the show right now, and it would be a success.
This is now officially Jerel's new OC. A comic will come out next year.
What's he called?
It's going to be The Cat and the Swedish Meatball Phantom. That's what it's going to be called. We're sitting on a gold mine, Pat. We need to copyright this.
Too late. Joe has already grabbed those.
Oh, he already copyrighted the Swedish Meatball Phantom. Oh, okay.
Nah.
All right. Okay. So here we are. We just hit the 1 hour mark, and I don't know if Pat, are you enjoying these Rick challenges? Because maybe I think here are two options. I think we have time maybe to do one more. We got João Paulo. João Paulo is making somebody clip those meows.
No, João Paulo. No.
Hey, you should, João Paulo. You can clip Rick's claws. You can go over there and clip his claws.
Just a reminder, everybody.
A reminder. We're gonna play.
If you have been drawing along, send them to our personal messages, our DMs.
And we'll
1 second.
Okay. What was that? Was that a sneeze?
Okay. It was something. Send it to ComicsCast on Facebook, and we'll get it up here. And then in the last 10 minutes of the show, we'll show them, and maybe even get you in here.
So yes, we're looking forward to it. Hopefully, people drew along. But since we have time for like maybe one more, and I think this is either I'm gonna give Pat the option of what we're gonna do. I think we can either do Pat. Let me know what you think about this. For the third drawing, we either let Rick continue to manipulate us and watch us grovel, and he can give us another spontaneous challenge.
Oh, I got a good one actually. Maybe,
and it can be a shared one. I think this time, or Pat. Option number 2 is we'll wait a few seconds or a minute or whatever. Let our audience pick what we're going to draw. As long as it's not too obscure, I'm going to open the floor to let the audience pick what we're going to draw.
Yeah. So, I do that. I do that instead. What do you say, guys? Do you want to take the floor? Do you want to decide?
It's Pat. You pick between those two options.
Yeah, let Rick's had his fun. Let the audience decide.
Okay, good. All right, we'll give it.
I was gonna say Pokemon.
Good. I don't know how to draw Pokemon. So.
Exactly. You two are too old to Pokemon. That's what makes it fun.
Zero experience in Pokemon. But okay, so this is the deal for our third and final live drawing, which I encourage everybody to draw along with us, unless you're the audience person that's going to. Whoever puts in the chat comment here in the next minute. As long as it's not too obscure, I'll let Pat decide if it's too obscure enough or whatever to decide if we're going to draw it. So, go. So while we're waiting, Pat, what do you think of these challenges? Did you?
Yeah, I thought it was great. Actually, it's really good to. It's a different thing to like have someone say, "Draw this now," and just make it up on the spot. Mm-hmm. It's good for you, I think. I think more people, you should do that a lot, just try and make a drawing.
Oh, wait.
I got this idea from a YouTube site called Drawfee, where they do that. Where they come up, I can see on Pat's face, he's reading what ComicsCast is suggesting.
ComicsCast cannot, that's a disclaimer.
I'm sorry, but from what I know, the one is in control with ComicCast right now is the one who got the last say of things here.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, so Pokemon. But see, you know what? Pokemons are pretty. There's like a ton of different Pokemons. I mean,
Animal Challenge.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a bunch of Pokemons. So not necessarily. I mean, if you had said Pikachu, like if you had said that. Or
I would go with Generation 1, the most familiar Pokemons.
Not familiar to this guy. I don't know about Pat. Pat, do you know? I'm just gonna say Pokemon is that's like saying draw a cool looking animal that doesn't exist in nature. That's Pokemon. So I'm gonna do that.
You okay?
That's the way I look at it. So Pokemon is what we're going to be drawing.
No. Here's what we're gonna do. I got an idea to mix both
you,
of the.
you can't do that. We let it open.
No, I'm mixing the suggestions up here.
Oh, you are. Okay, we'll listen, but I can't guarantee Pat's going to agree to it. So.
Oh, okay. There's people saying Pokemon, and Joe Tolley was saying Animal Challenge.
Animal Challenge. Okay, so.
So I'm gonna mix two animals together for you, and you're gonna draw the hybrid.
Okay, how do you feel about that?
Style, yeah.
Yeah, that's basically a Pokemon, right?
Yeah, Rick is he's just like trying to maneuver himself into the challenge.
No, I'm trying to help so everybody has their way because I'm good like that. I'm giving like that.
I will agree if Pat agrees. Pat, do you agree?
No, I'm for it. Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
Two
all right.
together.
Okay, so do you want the same or one of each or different animals?
Let's do the same this time. That way we can properly measure how Pat will thoroughly destroy me.
guys in the comment, give me one animal name.
I'm not very good with animals.
One animal name.
Neither am I. You saw my cat. All right.
Make it as fun as possible.
Someone's gonna pick like a mole or
a quokka.
A quap. I don't even know what a quokka is. Is that like
That's from Australia? That's my favorite animal.
Duck.
No, it's not. It's not a quack. I didn't say quacka.
They're gonna pick like some obscure, like draw a Portuguese man of war jellyfish. All right. So did anybody reply? Anybody?
Not yet. Okay.
Oh wait, we got.
Someone said. João Paulo said snake. I'm only using one animal. I'm only using one of the two animals.
Okay.
So depending on the next animal, it might be a centipede or a snake.
Okay, so we're still waiting. Are we waiting for another animal to appear?
I will give it like 10 more seconds.
Okay, so...
And if no one comes up, I'll find a good mix.
I can see the wheels turning in Rick's head. He's trying to find the most.
A centipede mixed with a junior pig.
What is that?
That's a hamster. That's like a big hamster.
A guinea pig.
Yeah, guinea pig. Yeah, sorry about my accent. Wow. All
right, hey, okay. Joe said something.
Okay, let's say bat and centipede then.
A centipede bat.
Centipede.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Does the clock start ticking now?
Yep.
Right.
You just got an easy one there because I just jumped away from my hamster centipede, huh?
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for rescuing us.
What a centipede.
Pat is already gone to Inkstjärl, by the way. No, he's not. I'm just making you squirm. I'm just making you squirm as always.
Yes, you are just making me squirm.
Remember, as a hybrid, but the animal should appear equal percentage of both animals.
Well, what?
As good as possible.
You got wings.
Pat is basically drawing how to draw your dragon toothless right now.
He's already got that far along. That's impressive.
He's animating it right now, Jerel.
So it's by the time we're done, he's already going to be up for Oscar nominations for his concept, and I will still be doing my pencils.
Did you zoom in your camera, Jerel? It just looks a bit more zoomed in on the.
Oh nope, haven't changed the camera at all.
Oh, that's odd.
Mm-hmm. You're just trying to throw me some sort of curveball, so that way I can have to adjust my camera and waste more time.
João Paulo thinks you're quick, Pat.
Quick and
damn,
rubbish.
He's quick. And I agree. You are a speedy fecker. I said it with an E. I said it with an E, guys. I censored myself.
So, bat teeth on a centipede.
This is amazing, guys. This is exactly what I wanted from these challenges. Especially the cat. That was beautiful. You need to finish that, Jerel.
I will do that just for you.
Thank you. I will pay for printing. What you're drawing right now looks like a mixture of the alien queen and the predator.
Are you talking about?
Jerel.
Oh, okay. Because I don't even I want to look at what Pat's doing, but if I do, I'll just gawk and I'll lose time.
Owen, it's not really going very well at all.
I think it goes great for both of you.
Are you taking the mickey?
No, I'm not taking your Nick. Why? What has Nick done?
Say something about his accent.
Well, you know what? I'm going to give a challenge to Rick, Pat, that while we're coming up with these, because he's making a squirm coming up with these concepts, I'm going to say, Rick, you have to come up with the sound effect that this bat centipede has to make.
Yeah.
And you're gonna so when we do the reveal, the final artwork, you're gonna do the sound effect to go along with it.
They speak in sonar, so
You've got to bring it to life, though, Rick. Come on.
Well,
Believe it's there.
if we could hear whatever sonar signal they had, then we'll just imagine, and you have to come up with that sound. You're trying to get out of it. That's what you're trying to do.
I did not consent to this.
You did not consent to this?
No.
Okay, well,
I don't know. I'll try to see if I can. I mean, you heard my cat. That wasn't even a cat. So
I hurt your cat.
Oh, you're doing the whole vampire bat.
Well, that was the direction, right? You told us.
I said bat, but you went with the vampire bat with the flat nose.
It could be any. Good. It could be any. Yeah, you're right. It could be any type of bat, I guess. So. How many legs does a centipede have? 100? Is that right? That's what centa is, right? So I'm just going to.
And you said, you said that you couldn't math.
Oh, you've gone underneath the body, no?
Oh yes, I could not math. Okay. You're just sore. You're just sore because I called you a Swede.
I think you're right, Joe Paulo. I think you're right. This animal would sound like Rob Arnold.
Like Rob Arnold?
Yeah. He's a guy both of us know from another live stream.
Uh-huh.
How to Draw Comics. And also a really good writer. What you're doing here, Jerel, is basically Man-Bat from Batman with a big ass tail, isn't it?
He has legs on those tail his tail there.
And the inks has been started.
Great.
And there is 1.5 minutes left.
God, these go fast.
Well, a minute is a minute, Pat. I mean, no matter time zones, minutes are minutes.
All right, I'm just going to do a heavier line so that way it can show up a little bit better on camera.
A minute? God.
Let's give you 5 more minutes.
Oh, 5 more minutes. Okay, that's a little bit better.
Well, now I've started doing it based on a minute, mate. You can't do that. I base my style on having a minute left.
Yeah, sorry, you can sue me later.
Rule changing Danes. It's like tennis.
Hey, don't hate the player, Pat.
Hate the game. Except the player is the one who came up with the game.
Well, then you can do both.
Mine's an evil centipede.
Evil? I want that as my pet. Pat.
Well, you probably get on with an evil centipede, judging by your challenges.
Wow.
Yeah, there we go.
No,
I
I'm
wanna-
actually honored if you actually think they're so bad, they're so evil. That means they were a challenge. A challenge.
A
Challenge.
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 Hey, this was the viewers' challenge to you, not me.
Well, you kind of put your stamp on it, though, right? I mean, it wasn't just.
I mean, the first viewer said Pokemon. I saved you guys by making it a hybrid animal instead.
Well, no, I mean, Pokemon's. Well, we could have came up with our own. I would have picked another cat. I would have stuck with something that maybe I was warmed up already for, not a bat centipede.
And now I'm trying to figure out one of the names for all those cats in Pokemon, and I can't come up with anyone.
So
isn't there a cat just called Meow? Meow.
You tell me. Pat and I don't know anything about Pokemon. You could totally make something up, and we would say, "Yeah, that's it."
Yeah.
There's a Pokemon that's just a fat ass panda kind of thing called Snorlax, and he sleeps and eats.
That's his power.
Yeah,
Sleeping and eating. I didn't know that I have my own superpower. I can sleep and eat too.
And you're Asian as well, so
and I can math.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact, Pat. Since I've become better friends, or at least I like to think that I'm friends with Rick. I love it when I'm talking, I'm chatting with Rick, and Rick corrects my English. He's like teaches me. He teaches the American how to do proper English.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so not only do I have like the pressure of him telling me like about drawing type stuff, but then I have like flashbacks that he's my grammar teacher. So
well, he has got fantastic diction.
Yes, he has fantastic diction.
I have fantastic what?
Don't bring it down.
Don't bring us down into the gutter there, Rick.
I would never. All right, we are closing in.
On
I'm
what?
trying to render my forms. Hold on.
2 minutes.
2 minutes, okay.
And we got our first drawing along as well.
Oh, we did. Good.
I better hope they're a bit better than these ones.
I know. You know what? Whoever drew probably is a Pokemon expert, and maybe there's a bat centipede in Pokemon, and
yeah.
So Pat, this is a thing that happens. I don't know if this happens in Denmark or in the UK, but you heard of that I think it's called Pokemon Go, where you can virtually catch.
Oh yeah, that happened. Yeah. That happened all over the world.
Yeah, is that going on? Because I actually went with one of my friends on one of those type of things, and it's so odd because people are walking around the park with their phones, and they're like chasing things that aren't really there. But it's
definitely. My boys and we keep ending up on private property and searching for Pokemon.
Yeah, I know.
Shouted at by old women.
So did
I actually had where I was at home, and two younger girls, like I think they were 10, knocked on my door and said there was a really rare type of Pikachu in my back garden, and if they were allowed to come over and catch it. And I just smiled sweetly at them and slammed the door, and now I got a really great Pikachu. Now I got a really rare Pikachu in my collection.
Okay, so how did that happen? Does it randomly get put in people's property? Because to me, I was thinking about the marketing that could go behind this. Is like, if I owned like a 7-Eleven or something like, or like just any business, I would like contact whoever makes Pokemon and say, you know what, I'm going to pay to have that Pokemon appear on my property. And if it was like a 7-Eleven, maybe people would go buy drinks or food or gas or something. I don't know, something there. And it would be like, that would be like the perfect way to make extra money off it. You know, you just,
Also, Pokemons in your house, like Pokemons in your bedroom.
see, I was thinking of the commercial, like, you know, capitalist way of marketing. I mean, capitalizing on this, and you're
Yeah, the American way.
yeah, you're talking about like having a Pokemon in your bedroom.
Yeah.
It even just sounds bad. All right, so
Yeah, we are 10, 9,
oh,
8, 7, 6,
Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pizzle's Oh wow! Look at what Pat did. Oops, that looks awesome.
That looks really great. He looks angry.
Yeah, he looks.
What's his name, Pat?
Looks like neither a bat nor a centipede.
I think there's actually 100 legs on that centipede too.
What's his name, Pat?
Terry.
Terry. Okay, that's nice.
Terry.
I had an ex called Terry once, and I see the resemblance.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go to Jerel's.
All right, let me adjust this so it can be a little bit more in frame.
That's a good angle. He's gone underneath the body. He's shown the
really good angle.
It's a good angle.
Yeah, so I don't know where I was gonna go with this, but you know, I don't see this being on any Pokemon card in the future. I think he's a little bit
Maybe
too
dark
scary.
Pokemon.
Yeah, dark Pokemon.
If you just knew the background stories of some of the Pokemons, they're actually really, really dark. Like
Really?
some Pokemons are souls from children put into an iceberg, and that created the ice-based Pokemon because they are lost souls of children. I kid you not. It's true.
That sounds like the Avatar: The Last Airbender story. Didn't he like get stuck in an iceberg? And he was like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, so share that picture of the draw along
From
the
Joe
person.
Tolliver.
Okay, so let's see Joe Tolliver's version of the bat centipede.
Yeah, let's see it.
Oh,
He went for the same underbody. What is it?
Yes! Joe and I think similarly. So,
And in my opinion, it seems like he's looking at us with a little smile.
Little cheeky
grinning.
wink.
Yeah.
yes.
Come back to my place.
Let's go back to
Oh, I
Pat's.
could just eat you up.
Good job.
Good job, Joe.
Let's look at let's go back to Pat's. Let's
Yeah.
isolate him. All right.
It's good. It's good.
Yours looks
Hello,
like he's
Terry.
a little. He looks happy too. I think mine is the only angry one. I think he had like a.
I'd say this one. Look at the eyebrows of Terry.
he
looks angry. He's angry.
I think he's sneaky. He looks like he's I'm gonna get one on you type thing. You know.
I mean, I would be angry as well if I had to tie all those shoes in the morning.
You know, you didn't ask me what you didn't ask me like what my creation's name was.
No,
so
I forgot. What is your name, Jerel?
what is my name? My name is Jerel. But this creation, I see him kind of like he looks like a George. You think he looks like a George?
Yeah.
George, and this looks like, you know, he's screaming. His mouth is open. He's going, George. So I'm George. I'm
George,
George.
as he flies around. That's his echo. That's his echolocation sound.
Yeah.
George.
That's actually George. Anyway, I think that our audience is probably like thinking these guys are crazy. They're just they had like it's like what did they drink in the morning?
We got one more here, and this is from Alan Michael.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Let's check it out.
George. Yeah, and the chat agrees. That's what he sound like. And this is Alan
Sounds
Michael.
like George. Okay.
He's another under the belly shot.
I also think he tried. I also think he tried to make it look a little more Pokemon-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Joe, no drinking live on the show, guys. Joe says, and he says that now when we are 1.5 hours in. That's.
I wasn't. I wasn't drinking. Were you drinking? You must have been sneaking something. Yeah.
What?
Here.
Did you think this was water?
Ginger ale. That's what it is.
Alcohol. I'm Danish. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So Alan Michael, another. And I love the illustration here, and I think I guess in America we like to do the underbelly shots for our Pokemon. Yeah. So I like the diversity. International.
You like your bellies.
And so, what does that say about you? You don't like bellies, do you?
He's more of a back guy.
I'm more of a breast, but I'm more of a back and breast guy.
I'm gonna start crying. It's like, all right. So that being said, I just wanted to, I just want to say thank you to Pat again. I think these challenges were really awesome, and we got to see a international flavor of different art styles here in terms of Pokemon interpretation. I'm never gonna look at Swedish meatballs and the Phantom the same way. I'm never gonna look at bats or centipedes the same way. It's
and you'll never look at the cat again because you obviously don't know how he looks like.
Right. I'm just gonna have the replay of you making the sound effects whenever I see a cat. So, yeah. Anyway, I can't thank you both enough. We're gonna wrap up the show really quick here, and I just wanted to say, Pat, it's been a pleasure to finally meet you, to draw along with you, and to see the man behind all those great illustrations on how to draw comics. And I'm just very thankful that you're spend some time with us, and I hope our audience got to enjoy seeing a little bit of Pat's artwork there too, and to appreciate the way that we appreciate you. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I am really happy seeing you. No secret, we've actually talked about this on on a few occasions, right? With when I did podcasts and everything, but it just never really came to be.
Oh, you mean you tried to get Pat on one of your podcasts before? Is that what you're saying?
I think I tried more than once.
Oh, okay. So
and
I guess
just never really
I don't
came.
remember that, Joe.
Oh.
So that just means Joe Tolliver can say the magic words, and Pat will be our guest. So I don't know. I think it had to do with Let It Out. You wanted to be on Let It Out versus your podcast.
I didn't have the setup previously.
Okay. All right.
Setup.
Okay. Oh.
I'm saying this.
That's the death stare from Denmark. It's like
Danish death stare.
It's like I felt it. I felt as if he was looking through my soul.
Wait, Asian people have souls?
Oh, well, if I was Asian, maybe I would be, offended by that. But I'm not Asian.
No? Okay, I think we're gonna wrap this up, guys.
I think we're gonna wrap this up. But let me open the floor actually to Pat. Pat, any final thoughts? Anything you'd like to share with our audience? I encourage everybody to check out his Facebook page. He is on Instagram. We talked about that a little earlier. You can do a little search, and at your own discretion, please check out his Instagram page. And he's also on How to Draw Comics. He posts there all the time, and that's how I discovered him too. So if you go to the How to Draw Comics group on Facebook, you can see a lot of his art. But Pat, any final thoughts?
Yeah, it's been I really enjoyed doing this. A lot of fun drawing with you guys. And final thoughts: draw lightly.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well,
we were getting ready for a headshot and a final of 2 minute speed, and we were zooming in, and you were just like, draw lightly. Okay.
Lightly. That's the way. It's like draw lightly. Less is more.
And have fun.
Just have fun. So,
yeah, have fun with it.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so yes, just a pleasure to have you, Pat, and Rick, my talented co-host, ran
It
a
was
great.
a pleasure to have me as well. I know.
Let me finish my thought. But yes, it was a pleasure to have you, and your challenges definitely kept us on our toes, and had a great time doing that. But as a tradition with all of our shows, we always end with one last thing, and that has to do with our charity project or our charity partner, Golden Fight. So this is the part where Rick gives me a hard time because I have to struggle to find the share screen. So while I'm looking for that,
Do you want background music while you look for it?
so, do I have? Let me.
Is there anything you can't do?
Yeah,
I can't speak. I can't speak Swedish, and I can't do backflips.
you can't do backflips, but he's gonna practice so that way he can show backflips on the future show of Let It Out.
I can't make myself become invisible.
You can. So
Sadly, I'm just so shy. I can't do it when people are watching.
Work on it. Work on it. Rick.
I'm working on that.
Okay.
I'm tracking your progress.
Yes, we'll have to look forward for that on a future episode. But on a serious note, I wanted to highlight our charity partner, Golden Fight, and they're just a phenomenal organization. We are proud to be working with them. They are a small charity group that's based out here in the Mid-Atlantic of the United States, and pretty much they are the means by which, or actually they're a charity group that helps provide for families that are dealing with children that have terminal illnesses or just are stricken by horrible diseases. And often when parents have to focus on healing their child, financial burdens will fall upon them, and that's where Golden Fight comes in. They're a great organization. I could say that they're small enough and big enough at the same time. They're big in the sense that they have big hearts, and they allow you get to see the impact of what they do, because it's a small organization in the sense that they have a highly focused area within the Mid-Atlantic, and they, as being a small organization with big hearts, they don't have a lot of overhead. So they can say that with about 98% of the money that they raise goes to those families who are dealing with these with children that have been stricken by horrible diseases. So it's definitely a great organization. If you can spare anything, and if you'd like to support a worthy cause, this is one way to do that. And Comics Cast is working with them to do a fundraiser this September, so please look for that as well. We're going to have some phenomenal art pieces that will be on certain tiers if if we can, to encourage contribution. But it's really a great organization. We just encourage you to check out their website. Great cause. Like I said, 98% goes to helping their families. The other 2% is just administrative stuff. They don't pay themselves. It's all volunteer, and they are a great cause. So check that out, please. Let me stop the screen and let's close it out. So I'm going to say thank you yet one more time to Mr. Pat Odonnell. Thank you so much. I'm going to look for more of your artwork, and just a pleasure having you here on the show. Okay. So Rick, I'm going to give you the honor of closing us out, saying goodbye to everybody. So take it away.
Bye. Oh yeah. Well, thank you for being here, everybody. It was a pleasure as always. I hope you understood my accent compared to other people here in the host. Pat, you're already done. You can leave. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to the always great and funny Pat Odonnell. Thank to my host, Jerel, for keeping this up and running as well as he does. Thanks for Joe for making this possible, Joe Tolliver, and thanks to all you Comics Cast for doing all this. I've been here twice now only, and it just already feels much very almost too professional, I'd say.
Too professional. I was like, who are you talking about? But
at some point, in some points, and I enjoy it here. And quickly, 27th of March.
Oh, yes,
Monday, 27th of March, something really special will be coming. So keep your eyes up for that. I'll not say a lot more, but me and Aaron Bartling are involved. And if you don't know who Aaron Bartling is, look him up. You'll love it.
Exactly.
That being said, thanks for joining. Thanks for creating with us. Keep creating. Keep being funny. Keep having fun. Keep enjoying what you're doing. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
All right. Keep on drawing. See you later. Thank you.